There's been rumblings of discontent for quite some time about Dan McFarland's Ulster. I think it's a classic case of a coach who probably stayed a little bit too long. I think if he'd walked away, or if an opportunity had come up for him after year 3 or 4, maybe after they lost heartbreakingly against the Stormers in the URC semi-final, he would have done so with a really good reputation as someone who's turned. Like, we've got to remember where Ulster were when he came in. You know, the basket case. I was in here, I think Brian said that. It was, and he wasn't far off, and he built the club up. But like all coaching regimes end up kind of foundering on the rocks if a coach stays too long, and particularly a quite intense coach who demands a lot, and I think probably is known for tough love rather than a kind of a soft message. And you know, he lost Jarrah Payne along the way, who was a fairly key lieutenant who could be a replacement. Right. And you wonder whether they ever really replaced Jarrah Payne in the setup, and whether losing Jarrah Payne and not replacing him was the kind of where this all went a little bit awry. But you watched them at the weekend, you watched them recently, apart from the game in the RDS which looked like a dead cat bounce at this stage. They've been very poor this season, and they weren't great last year either. So like I know he's English, but he's come through the Irish system. He's an Irish coach essentially. He started with Connacht, he went to Scotland, came back with Ulster. You would be ashamed to see him lost to the game completely, but I think that project had long run its course.